The landscape of contemporary television is often defined by its ability to tap into the deep wellsprings of cultural nostalgia, capturing the hearts of audiences by transporting them back to eras that feel both comforting and profoundly influential. When we look back at the turn of the millennium, few cinematic creations managed to capture the cultural zeitgeist quite like a certain pink-hued, fiercely intelligent, and unapologetically confident protagonist who challenged every prevailing stereotype of her era. That narrative became a cornerstone of modern pop culture, leaving an indelible mark on fashion, language, and the collective imagination of a generation. Decades later, the universe surrounding this iconic figure continues to expand, drawing viewers into a meticulously crafted world that explores the origins of a legend. The anticipation surrounding such a massive expansion of a beloved franchise naturally places an extraordinary amount of pressure on the creative minds involved, as well as the fresh faces chosen to breathe new life into these iconic roles. Behind the scenes of major television productions, a fascinating dynamic unfolds as a group of young, ambitious actors steps into the massive shoes of characters who have already achieved legendary status in the annals of Hollywood history. To truly understand the weight of this artistic endeavor, one must look closely at the intense preparation, the sudden shifts in reality for the performers, and the unique bonds that form when a cast realizes they are holding the keys to a cultural treasure trove. Before we dive deeper into the fascinating inner workings of this massive production, the incredible transformations of its stars, and the bittersweet behind-the-scenes moments that define the filming process, take a moment to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an exclusive look into the world of entertainment and the stories behind your favorite shows. The journey of bringing a prequel series of this magnitude to life begins long before the cameras even start rolling, rooted in the shared spaces where actors first begin to discover who their characters truly are. Imagine stepping onto a high-stakes set where every detail is designed to recreate a very specific historical aesthetic, standardizing a vision that millions of fans worldwide will scrutinize with intense passion. For a relatively unknown actress, suddenly thrust into the center of a major streaming phenomenon, the experience is nothing short of surreal, demanding an absolute immersion into the lore that came before. Inside the quiet sanctuary of a standard hotel room during the early days of filming, the young cast gathered around a television screen, seeking a way to connect not just with each other, but with the very essence of the cinematic universe they were inheriting. It was in these intimate, unscripted moments that the true spirit of the project began to crystallize, as the lead actress demonstrated an almost miraculous, encyclopedic knowledge of the source material. Watching the original masterpiece together became a sacred ritual for the cast, a collective experience where every iconic line, every subtle gesture, and every memorable comedic beat was celebrated and memorized. One of the supporting stars recalled how hilarious and inspiring it was to watch the classic film alongside the new leading lady, who seemed to know every single word by heart, having watched the original production roughly 150 times throughout her life. This level of dedication illustrates the deep respect and profound responsibility the new generation feels toward the legacy they are carrying forward. The atmosphere in that room was one of total immersion and pure love for the narrative, establishing a foundational bond that would translate directly onto the screen, as the series now makes its highly anticipated debut on a major global streaming platform. Viewers are invited to travel back in time to witness the formative years of a character who would eventually redefine the meaning of determination and self-worth. This ambitious prequel project, guided by the vision of the original star who now serves as an executive producer, transports the audience back to the mid-1990s, a decade characterized by distinct subcultures, shifting musical landscapes, and a very specific teenage social hierarchy. The narrative engine of the show is driven by a profound geographical and emotional dislocation, forcing the central family to leave the sunny, familiar, and glamorous confines of Los Angeles to relocate to the drastically different environment of Seattle. This massive transition sets the stage for a classic fish-out-of-water story, exploring how a young girl accustomed to the bright lights of Southern California navigates the cloudy, rain-soaked realities of the Pacific Northwest. The title role is brought to life by a remarkably talented young actress who embodies the youthful innocence, hidden vulnerabilities, and budding intellect of the future legal icon. In this new, unfamiliar academic environment, the social dynamics are incredibly harsh, presenting a stark contrast to the effortless popularity the character would later enjoy during her university years. It is within this complex web of high school politics that we meet a critical new figure in the protagonist's life, a widely popular and effortlessly cool girl who dominates the social hierarchy of the new school. Interestingly, while the future sorority superstar is remembered by the world as the ultimate beacon of self-assurance, this prequel turns the tables, revealing a time when she was desperately searching for acceptance and looking up to the popular girls as the absolute pinnacle of coolness. The relationship that develops between these two young women becomes the emotional anchor of the early episodes, challenging traditional tropes of high school rivalry and offering a refreshing look at empathy amidst teenage cruelty. While the vast majority of the student body looks down on the colorful, enthusiastic newcomer with open scoffing and immediate rejection, this singular popular girl chooses a different path, extending a hand of genuine kindness and warmth. The actress portraying this influential popular character noted that she found an immediate, deep personal connection to the role, seeing a reflection of her own natural inclination to be welcoming, cheery, and supportive to anyone facing the terrifying experience of being the new kid in an unfamiliar environment. This alignment between the actress's real-world personality and her character's on-screen behavior created a seamless, authentic portrayal that stands out as a highlight of the production. The journey to securing such a life-changing role is a story of immense dedication, filled with years of hard work, continuous training, and the sudden overwhelming moment when a dream finally becomes a concrete reality. For the young Canadian actress tasked with bringing this pivotal character to life, the moment of validation arrived in the middle of a standard acting class, surrounded by peers who shared her artistic aspirations. When her phone began to ring, she instinctively felt the monumental weight of what that specific call could mean, prompting her to run outside into the quiet open air to receive the news in total isolation. The sheer vulnerability of that moment, waiting to hear the voice of her agent on the other end of the line, represents this turning point that every aspiring artist dreams of experiencing. Upon hearing the words that she had officially booked the role in this massive franchise, the emotional dam burst, leading her to rush back inside to share the life-altering news with her classmates. What followed was a massive, spontaneous group hug, an outpouring of collective joy and relief that left the young actress bawling her eyes out in sheer disbelief and gratitude. This raw emotional foundation is precisely what she brought to the set, enriching the narrative with a sense of genuine heart and authenticity that elevates the entire series. However, beneath the glamour of the launch and the excitement of the new performances, the production also carries a profound emotional weight, serving as a final artistic testament for a beloved industry veteran whose sudden departure left a void in the hearts of millions. As stories unfolds, the contrast between the bright beginnings of these young stars and the solemn legacy of the past creates a captivating, multifaceted television experience that leaves audiences yearning to discover what lies ahead for these characters. The delicate balance between youthful exuberance and mature dramatic tension is what truly elevates this prequel series from a simple exercise in nostalgia into a compelling piece of modern television. As the narrative progresses deeper into the rainy, overcast world of mid-1990s Seattle, the stark cultural contrast between the protagonist's vibrant neon pink Southern California roots and the gritty, grunge-fueled realities of the Pacific Northwest becomes increasingly pronounced. This environmental shift serves as a powerful visual and emotional metaphor for the inner turmoil experienced by a teenage girl trying to find her footing in a world that seems entirely unequipped to understand her unique spark. The creative team, under the watchful eye of the original star turned executive producer, has gone to extraordinary lengths to ensure that every scene vibrates with historical authenticity. From the specific texture of the fashion to the carefully curated musical tracklist that underscores the characters' emotional journeys. Within this meticulously constructed setting, the tension within the local high school begins to escalate, providing a gripping look at the subtle cruelties and unexpected alliances that define the adolescent experience. Our central protagonist, despite her internal anxieties and the constant undercurrent of rejection from her peers, continues to push forward with a fierce, almost desperate determination to build a new life for herself. Her primary focus quickly becomes the enigmatic and effortlessly popular girl who stands at the absolute apex of the school's social hierarchy, representing everything the newcomer wishes she could be in this strange new city. The dynamics between them are fraught with the complex politics of teenage social survival, as the newcomer navigating the hallways is met with rolling eyes, whispered insults, and systemic exclusion from the various established cliques. Yet, against all conventional social logic, the school's reigning popular figure chooses to defy the unwritten rules of her peer group by offering a lifeline of genuine kindness, a decision that introduces a fascinating layer of tension to the unfolding story. This unexpected act of generosity does not sit well with the other popular students, who view the bright, colorful outsider as an immediate threat to their carefully maintained social ecosystem. The actress portraying this welcoming popular character brings a remarkable depth to the role, balancing the public demands of her high school status with a private, innate sense of empathy that refuses to allow another human being to suffer alone. This internal conflict between maintaining one's hard-earned social standing and doing what is fundamentally right creates a palpable dramatic tension that ripples through every hallway, interaction, and cafeteria scene. Meanwhile, behind the cameras, the reality of filming such intense and emotionally demanding scenes brought the young cast closer together, forcing them to rely heavily on one another to navigate the overwhelming pressures of anchoring a major global streaming commodity. The transition from the supportive environment of Canadian acting classes to the high-stakes, fast-paced world of a massive Hollywood production was a dizzying experience for the supporting star, who found herself suddenly adjusting to long filming hours, complex blocking, and the intense scrutiny of industry executives. Every day on set was a masterclass in professional endurance, requiring the young performers to maintain absolute emotional consistency while managing the heavy expectations associated with a multi-million-dollar franchise. The bond that had formed during those early, late-night viewing sessions in the lead actress's hotel room proved to be an invaluable asset, creating a safe emotional harbor where the actors could drop their guards, discuss their creative choices, and find genuine comfort amid the whirlwind of production. This sense of unity became particularly crucial as the filming schedule advanced into the darker, more emotionally demanding chapters of the first season, where the characters' relationships are tested by betrayal, social pressure, and the looming uncertainties of their impending futures. But the emotional complexity of the production extended far beyond the fictional struggles depicted in the script, as the cast and crew found themselves working under the shadow of a deeply poignant and ultimately heartbreaking real-world reality. Woven into the very fabric of the series is the final posthumous performance of a legendary television icon whose career had defined an entire era of teen drama decades prior. The beloved actor, widely recognized for his definitive role in a seminal late-90s coming-of-age series, joined the project to portray a significant figure in this new narrative, bringing a wealth of experience, gravity, and professional grace to the set. Tragically, this would mark his final contribution to the art form he loved so dearly, as he quietly battled a devastating cancer diagnosis throughout the production period, eventually passing away at the age of 48 in February. The knowledge of his illness and subsequent passing cast a profound, bittersweet solemnity over the entire project, transforming his scenes into a sacred archive of his enduring talent. Although the young Canadian actress did not have the opportunity to share direct screen time or personally meet the industry veteran during the chaotic filming schedule, the impact of his presence was felt deeply by every single member of the cast and crew. She expressed a profound sense of gratitude that he was able to be a part of the show, noting that his remarkable artistic legacy will undoubtedly live on through this final performance. The stories that circulated around the set regarding his work ethic and character paint a portrait of a consummate professional who was an absolute delight to work with, consistently offering kindness, mentorship, and a steadying hand to the younger generation of actors who were just beginning their own professional journeys. This cross-generational artistic passing of the torch adds a layer of real-world emotional resonance to the series that is impossible to ignore, elevating the viewing experience into something deeply moving and historic. As the first season builds toward its dramatic climax, the narrative tension reaches a boiling point, leaving the ultimate fates of several key characters hanging in a precarious balance. The show successfully captures the unpredictable, often volatile nature of high school relationships, where a single misunderstanding or socially risky choice can completely shatter a person's social standing overnight. The final episodes of the season deliberately lean into this instability, systematically challenging the alliance between the optimistic protagonist and her popular protector, forcing both characters to make difficult choices about who they want to be and what they are willing to sacrifice for social survival. This narrative risk-taking paid off immensely, resulting in a show that feels both intensely dramatic and deeply grounded in the real psychological landscapes of youth. The overwhelming critical acclaim and massive viewership numbers generated by the initial release quickly prompted the streaming platform to officially greenlight a second season, ensuring that the exploration of this rich universe will continue. However, this early renewal introduces a whole new set of questions and intense anxieties for the audience, as the meticulously crafted finale of the first season leaves the future of the beloved popular character entirely shrouded in mystery and doubt. Fans are left desperately wondering whether the genuine kindness displayed in the early episodes will ultimately lead to her social salvation or her complete downfall within the unforgiving hierarchy of the school. When pressed by journalists about her character's ultimate fate and whether she will be returning to the set for the highly anticipated second season, the young actress remained tantalizingly tight-lipped, offering a playful yet firm response that forces viewers to wait and discover the truth for themselves, thereby setting the stage for a dramatic continuation that promises to push these characters to their absolute limits. The true brilliance of this expanding prequel universe lies in its capacity to construct a profound, meaningful bridge between the innocence of adolescent discovery and the foundational experiences that shape a legendary cultural icon. To fully comprehend why this specific story matters so deeply to modern audiences, one must look beyond the nostalgic aesthetics of the mid-1990s and examine the universal human struggles at the core of the narrative. High school, as depicted in this gritty yet vibrant version of Seattle, serves as an intense crucible where character is forged through adversity, isolation, and the critical choices made when standing at life's early crossroads. The journey of the young protagonist is not merely a superficial tale of changing fashion trends or comedic social mishaps. It is a profound exploration of resilience in the face of absolute displacement. By stripping away the supreme confidence and established social power that defined her adult years, the series provides a vital backstory that humanizes an archetype, showing the audience that true self-assurance is not an innate privilege, but a hard-won victory earned through navigating the treacherous waters of rejection and self-doubt. This deep thematic resonance is precisely why the series has captured the cultural imagination so completely, offering viewers a mirror to their own early struggles while honoring the enduring spirit of a beloved franchise. The thematic weight of the show is carried effortlessly by its exceptionally talented young heroes, whose real-life artistic journeys mirror the profound growth of the characters they portray on the screen. For the lead actress, the experience of stepping into a role that she had personally studied over 150 times throughout her life represents the ultimate convergence of fandom and professional artistry. Her performance is a masterclass in nuanced character development, carefully layering the raw vulnerabilities of a displaced teenager over the foundational traits of determination and intellect that will one day define her legal career. Beside her, the young Canadian actress playing the school's reigning popular figure has achieved a remarkable breakthrough, transforming what could have been a standard high school stereotype into a deeply empathetic, multi-dimensional human being. Her journey from the anxious moments of an acting class phone call to becoming the emotional anchor of a massive global streaming hit serves as an inspiring testament to the power of dedication and authentic artistic expression. The real-world bond shared by these young performers, forged in the quiet intimacy of hotel room viewing sessions, infuse the production with a rare, palpable sincerity that elevates every single scene. This authentic chemistry allows the series to explore the profound impact of unexpected teenage solidarity, demonstrating how a single act of kindness from a popular peer can completely alter the trajectory of an outsider's life. Beyond the immediate social politics of the high school hallways, the series achieves an even greater emotional depth by serving as a beautiful, bittersweet tribute to the enduring legacy of the industry veterans who guided the production both behind and in front of the camera. The executive guidance of the franchise's original star ensured that the prequel remained fiercely true to the core values of empowerment and optimism that made the original property a global phenomenon. Meanwhile, the posthumous performance of the beloved television icon who portrayed a critical figure in this formative world adds an irreplaceable layer of historical and emotional gravity to the entire project. His ability to deliver a masterfully nuanced, delightful performance while quietly facing the final stages of a terminal illness stands as a monumental monument to his professional dedication and love for the craft. The profound respect and admiration expressed by the young cast members, even those who only felt his immense presence through the shared energy of the set, underscores the deep generational continuity that defines the entertainment industry. His final contribution ensures that his artistic legacy remains vibrantly alive, offering a masterclass in grace and excellence for the young actors who are just beginning to carve out their own paths in Hollywood. This intersection of real-world tragedy and artistic triumph infuses the first season with a haunting, beautiful quality that elevates it far above standard teenage television fare, turning it into a historic piece of cultural media. As the final episodes of the first season draw to a close, the unresolved destiny of the characters leaves an indelible mark on the audience, sparking endless debates, complex theories, and a collective yearning for what lies ahead. The deliberate ambiguity surrounding the popular character's future in the upcoming second season serves as a brilliant narrative device, keeping viewers perched on the absolute edge of their seats while highlighting the volatile, unpredictable nature of youth. The young actress's playful refusal to definitively confirm her return only intensifies the massive wave of anticipation, transforming the series into a true cultural talking point that dominates online discourse and media commentary alike. What the show ultimately achieves is a powerful reminder that our pasts, no matter how filled with displacement, social anxiety, or cloudy skies, are the essential landscapes where our greatest strengths are quietly developed. The journey of this future icon, navigating the rain-slicked streets of Seattle alongside an unexpected friend who chose empathy over conformity, provides a timeless blueprint for personal survival and self-actualization. As the franchise prepares to venture into the uncharted territory of its sophomore season, the story stands as a complete, triumphant testament to the enduring power of confidence, kindness, and the unbreakable human spirit.